Hey guys, Rock'n'Roll, we're back with another Hero Colosseum video, and we're once again jumping in online in ranked against a level 67, so I'm actually using a proper deck. This time, unlike the last one where we used a 20-point deck. So this is a speed deck I've been working on. I like using different figures that not everybody necessarily uses, which is why we've got the UI Goku, we've got the Speed Kefla, and even Feud to a degree isn't used that often, so I want to try and push him a bit more. Yeah, I wasn't expecting all of his stuff to be fully leveled, but beggars can't be choosers, you know, guys. There's not many people playing at the minute, so let's run with this on turn 1. Look at that speed! I love that he's got an 0-1 skill Jiren in all likelihood, expecting to go first, and yet my guys are probably going to outspeed him. No, he put an O... What? Why did you throw that Jiren down alone? He's just dead. That's it. Also, this Kefla, I'm a big fan of her now. Much like this UI Goku to a degree. When she first came out, I wasn't that impressed compared to the high attack one. But because she's so quick, she works well in speed decks and can actually get a reasonable attack stat. So, you know, as you saw, I was hitting almost 17,000 speed on the first turn. And, I mean, short of anybody using Videl, that's going to outspeed almost anyone. It's ridiculously quick. And yeah, Fronite, you made a kind of a whoopsie on the first turn there. That wasn't really the best move you could have done. And then again, what? His deck's a bit weird. It doesn't really have much coherency. Also, we outspeed everything now. Problem is, Kefla hasn't got that much attack. I have up front skills on her. Oh, I was remembering the strategy now. She was supposed to go up here and then hide either Few or Vegito, depending upon who was there. Okay, she's dead this turn, but so that doesn't matter too much, but oh well. Let's say I'm a fan of this UI Goku now. He's not as good as the other one, just because the other one has either got a great defense stat, so he's, well, not defense, health stat, so he can defend fairly well, or the attack version, which has got is just a massive beat stick. But I still like this UI Goku. He's got a lot going for him. Great speed stat on this version. The other one's decent tank as well, actually. So how much can you hit for? 2-4. That's the weakness of this one. His speed stat is great. His attack stat isn't really. So you do kind of have to double lane him usually. This turn was more of an experiment to see how much damage we could do. I stayed away from doing the generic thing, running a double Vegito Videl, which is, to this day, probably still the most effective front 3 on turn 1. So I do stick away from that just because it is a bit, I don't know if cheap's the right word, but it's simple and boring. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Unfortunate, but like I say, that's the perils of not doubling up. Can Kefla live this? Nah. That's a shame. But, you know, we just bring in Few and Android 21. Because what's his speed? 27. Let's call it 5 to be generous. Let's call it 7,500 to be generous. We already outspeed without Few. Like, if I just put Few there, we've got 16,000. Like, almost every set of figures I put out, I can get up to a 16,000 speed stat. So this deck is actually pretty damn nasty. Problem is, I think that Android 18 might die here, because she hasn't really got a huge attack stat. She's probably hit 6k or so now. You see, even with my Few losing half his speed, we still got a 14,000 attack speed stat, so that's pretty crazy. Alright, let's see how much you can do here. His defense is down a bit as well. 3-9. Even with this counter, it's not enough. But the other two figures will die. They should die. My Vegito has over 8k attack now, so he should be able to deal with this Vegito. Yeah, quite easily. That Vegito's good as well. Defensive one is good. Don't overlook him. He can put some good numbers on the board, and he can tank very well. Alright, Godku gets the kill here as well. I could have been just really lazy and doubled up, but I kind of wanted to kill every figure if I could. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, I'm not going to turn down the chance to see a Vegito ultimate. You don't see a Vegito ult very often, so let's watch a Spirit Sword on Godku. Or on the Master, sorry, it won't hit Godku, my bad. But it's nice to see, it's nice to see it. Oh, come on. Come on, dude, don't do this. Well, guys, look back at the start of this stream and remember this guy's name, because you don't want to play against him. That's disappointing, because we don't get to see a Vegito ult now. Well, I'll cut to the next game since we're only sitting at just under 7 minutes, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with game number 2 against Jachi985, who's level 68. Using the same deck as last time. We're in ranked again. I'm trying to stick in ranked. Kind of annoyed that the last guy DC'd, because obviously that's FP that I've been deprived of. So, a bit disappointing. But hey, there's no punishment, so why the hell should they care? Alright, let's see what this guy's running. Videl. Oh, gross, disgusting. You have to die now. So you're all about going first, so we're going to piss on your bonfire straight away. Because let's see, what's the fastest he can run on turn 1? Yeah, he's not going to outspeed me. I have to say, Videl's text is very misleading, because it says 70%, and it's actually 30, so... What? I can't believe we actually got outsped by that. That's legitimately surprising. I was so sure we'd outspeed. With 16k. But hey, here we go guys, this is what I've said before. If you're running a speed deck, and you're against somebody that has Videl, and you don't have Videl, this is what happens. Cheap, 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 cheap game. Unfortunately. Really? Isn't online fun, guys? Isn't online fun when you try and be interesting and somebody just comes along with Videl and fucks you? Like I say, I'm legitimately surprised. I thought we'd have just enough speed, but obviously not. The same thing's going to happen, that's the problem. Like I say, this is the sort of thing that makes you not want to play online anymore, just because, what can I do? He had Videl, I didn't. I tried to be creative, he didn't. He'll get 300. Yep. So Kefla's dead, and so's 21. Or not 21, 18. But it is quite soul-destroying, in all honesty, because I know that I'm losing this game because he's running Videl. I lose so many games because my opponent runs Videl. And I just don't find that fun, but that's the thing. That is what you'll find in 90% of your games. Cheap Videl. Cheap Videl. Literally 3 figures broke this game. Videl, Vados, and Toa break this game. Take them out, there's a chance, but with them, the game is just broken. If I'd had my ult, I'd have taken a shot at trying to not die to Videl and just kill his master, or kill all of his figures with an ult, but it don't matter now. Like I say, this is just why I don't play online, or why I haven't been playing online. Because this is what you come up against. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see what satisfaction there is in using a figure like Videl and winning. Like I say, maybe it's just me, but I don't see where you can get any satisfaction from that. Well done, you won because you had the figure that outspeeds everything. It means you win speed ties. And I chose not to run it. Really? I have to endure another turn of this shit? Well done, I got the counter attack there when I didn't really care about it. Thing is, I know people come and watch my stuff mainly because I do weird stuff like this, where I don't use the OP figures, but if I go online and don't use the OP figures, 90% of the videos are going to end like this. Me losing and me being very depressed. There's no way I can outspeed even if I got 300. He's gotten a 300 every turn. GG, bro. You win with the cheapest tactic in the game. Outside of Toa, actually. Videl is the second cheapest tactic in the game. But, like I say, this is what I get for being creative. I reckon I could chalk off probably a good third of my defeats if I was just using OP decks instead. Anyway, we're at 13, just under 14 minutes now, so I'll end the video off there. And I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit that like button and subscribe for more of my Hero Colosseum videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notifications from me. And I'll see you all next time.